UGC Academic College and for giving me an opportunity to interact with you. It also has given me a chance to develop myself as well as uh, I worked very hard on this presentation, and I wish that you will also like my presentation, and I will be up to your level of expectation. So let me start my presentation. So the today's topic is Android application development. Many of our students are very conversant into this area, but our we teachers are not very. You can say that we are far away from the development and this software technologies. Uh, but it is also many of you must be knowing, but many teachers, even though we have heard of the Android technologies, but we do not know how the Android apps are developed, which are the files that need to be maintained, and how to do the basic app development. So in this presentation, I have focused on the basic definitions of Android application development, and then the setup instructions. Then I have also taken one example. How can you create an app? What are the basic files that need to be modified? And at the last, I am going to discuss one app which is going to convert your a number into the unit. Say, for example, convert 1 meter into 100 centimeter, like this unit converter app I am going to discuss in this class. So the basic question is, what is Android? Android the question comes that Android is an application, or Android is a operating system, or Android is you can say it is a product, or it is a device. What is Android? So the Android is an operating system which is developed over a Linux kernel. So its base is Linux kernel, and then Android operating system is developed on the Linux based operating system. And generally the Android is communicating with the using the Java language. So the apps are developed using the Java language, and they are communicating with the Android operating systems. So Java and Android are you can say they are very cohesive, and they go side by side. So you can see this in this, on the base of this kernel, on the base you can say it is a Linux kernel. Linux also have the various kernel like Red Hat, Ubuntu or other things, but the Android is on the Linux kernel. In the Linux kernel, these are the basic modules. They have certain drivers, USB drivers, file drivers, different memory drivers, or power management, file management, space management, or so. So on the Linux kernel, some first few libraries has been developed. These libraries are related to SQLite, like it is related to some databases. It is related to certain security, SSL. They are related to certain display, that is OpenGL. Then certain media framework to handle the audio, video in the app, and the other surface manager to give you an platform to develop the user interfaces. Like libraries are developed over the Linux kernel, and some core libraries are given into the Android platform that you can use to develop the Android. Over the libraries, application frameworks are put. Application frameworks are you can say they are the generalized framework, and where you have certain slots, and you can fill that slot according to your choice. That is a framework. So in that application framework, you have the different framework works of view systems, window manager, activity manager, package manager, resource manager. So these frameworks are developed over it. And over the application framework, we can have the various applications like home, contacts, or whatever you see in your mobiles, they are the various applications. So it is a layered structure. In the lower layer, the Linux kernel is present. Over it, certain libraries are put, and then application frameworks are put, and over it, we are creating the applications. So to check these applications, whatever you are creating the application into the Android framework, into the Android platform, you need certain things to test. You need certain things to check. How will you check? You need certain emulators. Emulators means, say for example, you are writing a C program and you want to check, you will run the application and you can see the output on a command window itself. But in case of Android, we are developing the application, and now we want to see how this application will look like. Will it work proper or not? You need to check it on the, you can say, a virtual device or an emulator or a mobile like device to test whether my application is created correct or not. So some of the emulators are in the soft form. You can directly have such type of emulators in the Android Studio, in the Android Studio itself. But you can also use your mobile also as a you can say emulator to test your application. How can you make your own phone as a testing device to test your application? It is called as a developer phone. Developer phone means you have to bring your phone into the developer mode. How will you bring your phone into the developer mode? You have to go to the setting. In the setting, you have to go to the system mein one option comes which is a build option. What is the name of your build? If you press that build option for 7 number of times, your system will automatically come in the developer mode. You can try after this lecture, go to the setting, then system, and find out where is your build option. Once you find your build option, you have to press that build option for 7 number of times, then your phone will come into the developer mode. And in addition to bring your phone into the developer mode, you have to do your USB debugging on. USB debugging will also come into the setting mode. Every phone has a different type of options. You can find out from the Google where your USB debugging option comes. You have to go to that option and then make it on. So now your phone is ready to test your application. Or you can say your phone has become the output device for your application. Previously, the Google was providing the developer phones free of cost to test the Android application. These few of the pictures are of a Google phone, and Google used to give them a free of cost to, they call it as a developer phones. Now it is not required to have the developer phone. We have the Android Studio. In the Android Studio, you can create your own virtual device or a mobile device over it only. So now we are coming to the Android. Before going to its basic theory of Android, first I am going to discuss how to install a Android. So how can you install the Android? You have to go to the site of developer.android.com, and then you have to install the Android Studio platform. There are the various other platforms present like Eclipse. You can also create the application into the Eclipse, but this Android Studio is more powerful and it gives you the more options to develop the Android application. So I suggest you to go to the developers.android.com, and then this link will automatically take you to the software which is relevant to your hardware machine. If your machine is 64-bit, it will be giving you a 64-bit software. If your machine is 32-bit and Windows 7, it will give you the software which is specific to your machine only. So only you need need to go to it. It will suggest you now, are you ready for the download? You just press the download button and installation of Android Studio will start. The installation of Android Studio is only a one-step process. You have to download the Android Studio, and on the downloading the Android Studio, you have to tick accept the condition, and then you can download the studio. Now your system is ready. The studio is, you can download the studio on your system. But let me tell you that this Android Studio is a resource hungry application. It requires a lot of resources. I tried on my new new 10th generation processor, but my laptop was i3, so I was unable to uh, execute my programs on i3. So you need at least i5 or i7 processor to execute the Android Studio. So let us move for the basic definitions of Android application. The first definition is APK. You must have heard about the APK. APK, it is collection of the different files. Whenever you want to share your app with the other person, you need to send the APK to him. APK means you have developed a mobile application. This development of mobile application will give you an APK file. APK will be collection of the code, video, and other supporting files. You only need to send the APK to the other person. The APK will allow that person to install your app into their mobile. The second definition that comes to us is AVD. This is Android Virtual Device. The Android Virtual Device is, if you want to check your app, whatever you have developed, you can check it either on your mobile by sharing the APK, or you can create your own virtual device in the Android Studio. We will be discussing how to create the virtual device. But meaning of virtual device is that the mobile phone screen is available on my screen. Whatever I am making up the changes into my application, if I run my application, I can see the changes on my mobile screen. So virtually, I created a mobile on my laptop or a desktop, and I can see the output on my mobile and on my mobile screen. That is a virtual device. Now another definition is activity. Activity is a very important definition of mobile app. What the activity means, you have one screen. You are creating an app, so your application has one screen. This is called an activity. In that screen, you can put the various buttons, various text boxes, various other scrolling boxes or other things, but your base screen is your activity. Every mobile app has one activity. On the activity, you will put certain things. So in layman terms, you can say that activity is a screen. In the activity, you have to put your layouts. What are the layouts? We will see later on. In the activity screen, you have to put certain views or view groups. What are the views? Like button, widgets, text boxes, or display boxes. They are all the views. If you keep the similar views in a group, then it is a view group. So by looking at this diagram, you can see that the various groups and the view groups can be a part of view groups. A view group can have the multiple views, means in a view group, we can have button 1, button 2, button 3, and then another view, we can have text box 1, textbook 2, then different view groups can be combined. That is another view group. So it is combination of various widgets that can be view groups. So you have to remember that activity is a screen and the view groups are the various buttons or widgets or text boxes. They are the view groups. In the Android app development, we have two parts. One part is XML and the another part is Java code. XML is related to the design of your screen and the Java code is to operate your screen. Say for example, to put the text boxes, to put the buttons, to put the every display things or the design of a screen is the XML. But if I press a button, I should display this. If I allow the text to be entered, then the text is to be converted into the another type of text. It should check the spelling in my text. Then you need a Java code. The meaning to say that when you want to do certain processing, certain intelligent work, you need the programming, then you need the Java code. So because you have the XML, you have the Java code, both of them should communicate with each other. You can say the views is like this screen where you can put the text boxes, buttons or so. And now if I want that, if I am pressing this button, what should I do when I click this button? So if I click this button, I should do change the setting, share the data, store the data. I need to do this in the Java code. So Android developer must know the Java language, then only you can create the Android application. So before moving towards, I would like to first discuss the XML file. What is the XML file? Many of you must be knowing XML is like a HTML. In the HTML, we have certain predefined tags like text, like bold, image, source, table, or that way you are having certain predefined text is HTML. But in case of XML, you can have your own tags. This is we have every tag should have starting tag and ending tag. Say for example, bookstore starting like this, the bookstore is ending like this. If you keep a slash over here, the slash is representing the end of tag. So start of tag, end of tag. Under this one tag, you have the 3 books tag. This is tag number 1. This is tag number 2. This is tag number 3. You can see book, starting book, ending book, starting book, ending book, starting book, ending book. This way you are creating a structured way, structured data. Now if you come to the book, what are the properties of book? Book has a category, book has a title, title start, title end. Book has author, author start, author end. Year, year start, year end, price start, price end. This book end. Now book number 2, category children, title, author, year, price, book. This is book number 2. This is book number 3. So it is an application, it is an example of a XML file. XML file allow you to create a structured way of presenting the things. The tags are also user defined, they are not fixed. In the case of this Android Studio, if you create your own project, then project automatically create one XML file. How will you find an XML file? Whenever you create a project, we will be discussing the steps to create a project. If you are starting with the Android Studio, you have to first go to the create new project. So whenever you create a new project, you have to select certain options, what type of project you would like to create. Then automatically it will create a certain texture for you, certain files for you. One of the file that it is going to create is a XML file for you, and the another file it is going to create for you is a Java file. So XML file, what is that? You can see such type of XML file in the platform. In the XML file, you will find certain layouts, tags, orientation, or certain things. But this is XML where every tag is going to start and that tag is going to end. In the XML file, you have to create the display structure. In the display structure, you can say you have to first select the layout, and on the layout, you have to keep your text boxes, buttons, and the other things on your screen. So designing part of your Android app is going to be supported by XML, and functioning part is going to be supported by Java, and both of them will work hand in hand. Hand in hand, what is the meaning? Okay, if you have created a text box, XML file will assign an ID to the text box, and in the Java code, you have to refer to that ID, and then you have to say this ID should function like this. Then it is called as hand-to-hand working. The text box को कैसे operate करना है, that you are going to tell in the Java file by capturing the ID of that text file from the XML file. In the Android Studio platform, you will be finding one R Java file. R.java file is automatically created file in the Android Studio, and this R.java file will contain the resource IDs. Resource IDs means text box 1 has certain ID, text box 2 has certain IDs. So there, how can you find the resource IDs for every view or every button that you have put on the screen? You can find it in the R.java file. So in the R.java file, you can find the view by ID. You can say what is the ID. Then you can this ID is captured by this command, and now you can work on this ID. You can give the instruction by using that ID. Or you can visualize this situation as you are capturing certain values into the variable. Now the values have come into the variables, and then values have come into the variables, and then you can put it working into your Java file. यहाँ रख के चले जाओ, मैं साइन करके भेजूंगा. ठीक है, ओके, भेज दूंगी. Now we come to the event listeners. The event listeners is whenever you are creating an event, say for example, you have pressed a button, that by creating an event, your app should listen. So this, you have pressed a button, you wish that your app is listening to your button, and it should give you the output by activating that button functionality into the Java code. So who will do this? This is to be done by event listeners. So event listeners are going to listen to your events. And how will you tell the Java code that this event has been done? So certain events are, you can say certain events are in the form of functions, and these function names are automatically created whenever you are creating a new project. And if you are putting up a button, automatically that button XML will be added into the XML file, and its events listeners will be created into the Java file. So automatically you will find the listener like set on click listener. This event listener will be activated whenever you are clicking on the screen. On which event, you can say, if you say for example text box number 1 or button number 1, that way you can ask or you can tell that app that you should now you should work if I am pressing button 1, you should work when I am pressing button 2. So that parameter has to be passed like this, and then you can write the action here, what do you want to do. Where you will be doing this, you have to do it on the Java code. So till point, if you have any questions, please ask.
Ma'am, with reference to the visual programming, can you say that emulator as a emulator as a form and view are the controls one?
View is like this. If I open certain app, इसमें say for example I am opening a app of say for example I am opening a app of Jio. In that Jio, if you are looking at certain text boxes, certain other controls and certain other controls, you can see this full screen is an activity. In that activity, look different text boxes or buttons, whatever you are looking at this, they are the views, and emulator is the output screen. Emulator is the output screen. We are going to create the emulator into the Android Studio. ये जो output आप देखोगे यहाँ पे ये एक emulator है. If I can see that output screen on my laptop, then it will be an emulator. Emulator is a display platform.
Yes,
So I am going to discuss in the later slides, but emulator you can say is an output screen.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Madam, excuse me, ma'am. What is SDK files?
What is
SDK files?
SDK file is SDK file is standard development kit because you need the Java code to be incorporated into the this Android application. So basic functionality of Java is there into the SDK file. So you need to have the basic SDK on your development computer, जहाँ पे भी wherever you are developing your app, you need the SDK libraries of Java.
Is interface. Am I right, ma'am?
No, it is not interface. SDK is you can say a development library. It is a development kit. Say for example, you have written on ClickPay, I want to do random number search. Random number search is not a function present on my computer. I need to check it on my SDK file. So some functions, built-in function you are using, और उसका जो detail code है वो SDK में रहेगा. The developer need the SDK files.
Okay. Okay.
The collection of library files, madam.
Huh?
Yes.
Collection of library files.
Yes.
Hello, madam. Madam,
Yes,
whether i5 machine or i7 machine is the only choice for Android implementation, because I have i3 processor laptop and I have tried many times the Android Studio installation, but I am not able to do that.
Yes. I also could not do. I could install. I could do the right code. पर उसमें जब emulator बनाने का आया, उसमें virtual device जब बनाई तो my system is hanged. I could not see the output. But i3 is difficult to handle. Even
Because
I
I have 8 GB RAM, but it is not supporting.
Yes.
Ma'am, we required 64-bit process.
नहीं,
Yes, it is
64 bit
64.
I have.
Yeah.
I also have
30.
64 bit, but I
Yes.
don't do.
32-bit means it will create some difficulties.
नहीं, in 64 bit also i3 is not a physical
Same
platform.
problem हो रहा है.
But in our system, we are using, ma'am. It's working.
हाँ क्या? But my system I could not do. Display
Okay.
तक जा नहीं पाया मेरा तो. हाँ.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yesterday we had one session on mobile application development using drag and drop tools.
Okay.
Inventor, MIT App Inventor. So
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to know what are the things that are not possible with such tools, which can be done with the help of Android Studio.
Android Studio gives you a flexibility for the coding. In the drag and drop, you get only few of the limited capability of coding. But the developers who is core developer wish to use the Android Studio itself. It depends के जब हम बच्चों को ऐप बनाना सिखाते हैं तो उसको डायरेक्ट we are asking them to use the drag and drop and do certain basic things to create a toy like application. But if you want to create the machine learning app or certain very core app, then you need an Android Studio. Developers prefer to go for Android Studio because it gives them more flexibility.
Okay, ma'am.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, madam.
So let me continue.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the Android Studio, you have the various type of layouts. Layouts is in the screen. You have, if you see to your screen, some of apps are the layout tell you okay, the whatever you can say the views or whatever buttons you are putting. Would you like to put at absolute locations? Would you like to put at a relative location? Relative location means okay, if I move my one button to another location, automatically the other button will also move along with it. That is a relative. So if you have a relative layout, automatically the one is related to the another, automatically they will take a move is a relative layout. The another is absolute layout. Every button has an absolute location. I want this tool, or I want this view to be put only on the top of the screen. I want this button to be put on the bottom right of the screen. That is absolute. You can say you have given them absolute location to put your buttons or widgets on the mobile screen or activity. One more important layout is present is a constraint layout. The constraint layout, what is the constraint layout? A constraint layout says that you have a button. उसमें जैसे हम word में we create one button. वैसा ही the button is created and every button or every control has certain, you can say उसके जो चारों तरफ एक control parameters आते हैं just where you can drag and drop that things. By using that control parameters, you can, it is like a spring like structure. By using you are using the control parameters, you can drag a string you can drag that spring from that to the top of the mobile screen. This button, you can have a spring, you can put the starting point of spring from here and end point is to be kept at end of the right hand side of the screen. So you can say कि आपने सारे कंट्रोल्स को स्प्रिंग से कनेक्ट किया है स्क्रीन के ऊपर. That is a spring like, it is a constraint like structure. So whenever you are designing a screen, you have to create a spring से उसको hang out करना है पूरे screen पर. That is a constraint like structure. Other than the constraint like structure, you can have a table like, you can have a frame, list or grid view. But mainly it is absolute, relative or constraint layout. And preferably the developers go for the constraint layout. Now we come to the linear layout. Linear layout says that you have to put your, you can say controls or the widgets only in a linear way. Linear way means either you will put it row wise or you will put it column wise. So in a linear way, you have to put your widgets, and then whenever you put your widgets, you have to use certain function. That function will take the parameters like what is the margin top, what is the padding top, what is the widget positions or so. So by looking at this diagram, you can see what is the padding top. The padding top says that what is the margin from the widget frame. And this widget का जो margin है आपके device से other widget से, that is called as a margin top. So these parameters need to be given while you are using the linear layout. The relative layout says that these widgets are they have the relationship with each other. They this is relatively far away, this is relatively, you are aware of the relative grading and the things, the meaning is same. We have to create the relationship between the widget position, then it is a relative layout. In the table layout, you have to put it in the way of putting them into the row, putting them into the column. All your controls or your buttons will be in the form of table structure. So you can see that this table structure is not present. This is your grid layout. You know the grid. जिसमें all the buttons, you can say, if you say कि आपको calculator में you have to put them into the layout of grid, so you can put the buttons in the by using the grid layout while designing your calculator. Absolute layout tell you the exact location where you have to keep your controls. And the frame layout is you want certain area to be blocked out, or you want certain area to be kept as a frame. You want to put certain things on later part, or you want to change certain things on the frame, then we go for the frame layout. So frame layout, you can say it is a grouping of the various things. Whenever you move a frame, all the things into the frame will move up. So that is a grouping of a things. You can also call it as a frame. The scroll view layout says you wish to see only few of the things, and later things you can scroll down and check the other things is a scroll layout. So scroll layout says you have to display only few of the things at a time, but by using the scrolling option, you can see the other part. So what is the role of r.java file? The r.java file is you have to attach your layout with the Java code. What is the layout? Layout is your XML file. You have to attach that XML file with the Java code by using the r.java. r.java will contain the resource IDs. So we have seen the activity. Activity is a screen. You created an app. उस ऐप की जो स्क्रीन है, बेस स्क्रीन जो है, that screen is an activity. So because your screen is an activity, every activity has certain life cycle. Life cycle means कि जब आप ऐप को डबल क्लिक करते हो तो your app open up. Open up means your activity has been started. While you are using your app, your activity or your app has certain processes which are running in the foreground. They have certain processes which are running in the background. You can see while you are working on your app, you can have the notification that you received a message on WhatsApp, you received a Paytm notification. Means while you have opened the app, it is communicating with the background as well. So every activity has certain cycle. They are communicating with the foreground processes as well as background processes. So let us see, you are opening an app, that is you are starting an activity. On the starting of the activity, your onCreate function will automatically fire up. OnCreate means you have created an activity, your activity has been started. If your activity has been started, एक्टिविटी को स्टार्ट करके से फॉर एग्जांपल यू प्रेस द बटन. Press the button means you have done certain foreground activity. So it is checking whether you have done certain foreground activity. Yes, then it will execute the relevant function. Press on click button or on double click button or on scrolling button. Such type of activity is diagnosed and relevant module is going to be executed from the Java file. And other than recognizing the foreground activity, it is the default functions that are going to execute are on resume, on pause. Certain times your activity goes in a pause mode, and whenever it get a turn, it comes into the resume mode. So you can see कि आप जो भी events करते हैं, ये इवेंट्स जो होते हैं फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट ऑर्डर में होंगे. फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट ऑर्डर मींस कि आपने पहले ये बटन दबाया फिर वो बटन दबाया, तो पहले फर्स्ट जो आपने प्रेस किया था दैट बटन इज गोइंग टू बी प्रेस्ड व्हेनेवर द टर्न कम्स, इवन योर मोबाइल हैंग्स अप, but the activity which is done earlier is executed first. So on resume and on pause So on resume and on pause, they are going to be executed as a default. Excuse me. So they are going to be executed on the default with every activity. Whenever the activity is stopped, whenever you are closing down the application, on stop is going to be executed, and it is going to destroy, or you can say it is going to destroy the related processes, and then your activity ends. So every activity has certain you can say flow or certain functionality with every activity. It is called as a life cycle of an activity. Now we come to what are the event listeners. The event listeners is you are creating certain events. Events means you press the button, you close the window. So if you are doing certain events, you need certain listeners. So every event is an event source, means you are an event source. And event listener is your app. It is going to listen to you and it will react to your event. So your system is, you can say your system is every time is in the event listening mode. That's why app is always in the listening mode. It is listening to foreground events as well as background events. The particular event listener has to be fired up and then act accordingly. Now we see the event listeners are of two types. One event listener is XML based event listener and the second is Java based event listener. The XML based event listener says you have only designed a screen, click me. Click me means I am ready to listen to the event, but it is not going to listen because it doesn't have a certain code. The Java listener says Java event based listening means whenever you are pressing a button, Java code is going to be fired and it is giving you the message that you clicked me. Now we see to the definition of intent. So intent says Okay, what is your intent? Intent means I wish to do certain things. That is the intent. Intent is a important concept into the mobile Android app development. This intent says that कि जैसे you have given certain link. What do you want? Do you want to open up that link with Facebook? Do you want to open up that link with Instagram? Do you want to open up that link with Meet or Adobe Photoshop? That is intent. What do you want? तो इसमें जो intent है, intent says that what is your target? By using what target you want to do certain activity is an intent. These intents are of, so these intents you can see the definition. Intent is an object carrying the intent, a message from one component to the another component. A message from one component to the another component is like, many times you have seen your mobile is asking, do you want to open up with Truecaller or phone app? Do you want to open up with Meet or Google Form? So it is giving you two options. Do you want to always one time? So everyone you must be there. This is the intent. Where it is asking you कि आपको इससे खोलूं कि उससे खोलूं, that is the intent. So if it is asking you means it is the internal intent. If it is not asking you, then it is a external intent. Meaning to say that or you can say the applications are communicating to each other by using the activities, services or broadcast services. Broadcast receivers or services, they are communicating with each other and they are asking you how to do it. So this intent can be an external intent or it can be an internal intent. The external intent says, external intent means you have set the target. Automatically you told that open up this Photoshop, open up it with the software Paint, open it with the Photoshop, open it with Meet. So you have created a target and you have specified in the software that मुझे ये वाला इसी से ही open करना है. That is a external intent. In case of internal intent, you do not specify the target, then it will give you a dialog box. We do not specify the target, we do not specify the activity that is responsible to open the URL, then it will give you a dialog. It asks the user to select the dialog, this or this, then it is a internal intent. So broadly categorization is external intent is target is given, but in case of implicit, target is not given, you are asking the user to select the target. So again, I am open for the questions till this point.
Excuse me, madam. While talking with the event listener, can you
Yes.
place a event handler also?
Event handler is same as event listener in Android.
Because if error is found, then that particular
Ah.
code will be executed.
Yes,
Otherwise, not.
yes, that is to be done by event listener. यहाँ पे event handler term नहीं है. They have given it as a event listener.
Okay.
Exceptional handling is the different thing in the Java that you can do in this also. That was exception handling. But event listener says that when event happen, it should be listened. That is the job of Android operating system.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
So let me continue. So now we have seen the basic definitions of Android, and we have seen the basic terminologies of Android app. Now we have also seen how to install the Android Studio. Now we will see how to create the Android application. So to create an Android application, you have to create an Android project. How to create an Android project? You have to go to File, go to New, and then go to Project. You have to select the Android project. Whenever you are creating a project, new project, it will first ask you what is the name of your project. So you can give a name to your project. You have to give this name very carefully, क्योंकि जो आपका ऐप है वो इसी नाम से बनेगा. Or all the files will be using the same name, .xml, .java. So whatever name you are giving, give it a unique name so that you can host that app into the Play Store as well. So it should be unique in the Play Store as well. So after giving the project name, you have to select the Android version. Android version means okay, generally nowadays you are using the Android 10, Android 8 phones. तो पुराने के जो एंड्रॉइड में अगर आपने ओल्ड एंड्रॉइड को सेलेक्ट किया तो दैट ऐप इज नॉट गोइंग टू रन इनटू द न्यू मोबाइल्स. तो कंपैटिबिलिटी हैज टू बी सीन. यू हैव टू चेक वेदर ये जो आप एंड्रॉइड ले रहे हैं ये सैमसंग 8 में चलेगा क्या, सैमसंग 9 में चलेगा क्या. यू नीड टू चेक द कंपैटिबिलिटी. So go for the updated one so that it is compatible to all. Now you have to give the name and then you can finish. इसके साथ में हमको in the Android Studio you need not to tell that what is the SDK. It is going to install SDK along with your Android Studio and automatically bind it with them. These are the screens of Eclipse. That's why it is asking कि कौन सा minimum SDK चलेगा. So we are not supposed to do. Android Studio will not be giving you the screen. After giving the name, it is giving you कि तुमको कौन सा एक्टिविटी करना है. जैसे हम पावर पॉइंट में कोई प्रेजेंटेशन बनाते हैं. In the presentation, it is asking you ये type of layout, should I take this, should I take this, should I take this. So according to your choice, you can select your layout. Say for example, if you do the Google Map activity, select such type of layout. If you do the AdMob, select this type of layout. इससे क्या what is the advantage you are going to get कि automatically वो controls का जो XML और Java है automatically they are inherited into your files. This is the only advantage you are going to get. But if you have taken the empty activity, you have to do all the things by your own. Means it is creating a whenever you have say for example you selected certain template. तो उसके template की जो basic functionality है वो तुमको XML और Java में automatically they are going to be there. But अगर आपने if you have taken empty, you have to do all the things by your own. So certain texture if you are fixed, then go for the certain. Say for example आपको पता है मुझे login करना है, then take the login. You can say this structure login structure वाला you can select. But initially we will be taking either a basic activity or empty activity. So I suggest you to go for the basic activity. After selecting this, इसमें Android Studio में new project में जो screen आएगी, you are going to get like this. In the new activity, you have to give the name and then you have to select the minimum SDK. The minimum SDK जो आपको लेना है, you can select the minimum SDK default like Lollipop or whatever you want to take. पर उसका आपको हमेशा भी एक बार उसका Google में search कर लेना चाहिए कि if I am creating an app by using this, उसकी किस किस से compatibility रहेगी, कौन कौन से Android phones के साथ उसका compatibility है. That you need to check. Select the minimum SDK, then you are here. इसमें this type की screen you are going to create such type of screen. After creating this type of screen, इसका जो left hand side में you can see to this, ये एक आपका this it is giving you the some structure here. Some structure में first है manifest. what is there, what is going to be there in the manifest, you will get your XML file here. XML file में अभी आपका blank screen है, activity का blank screen है, तो you are going to get the blank screen as a XML file. What you can get into the Java manifest के बाद जो second है ये Java है. इस Java में it is giving you a position to write your code. तो इसमें से किसी एक फाइल में you are going to put your code, Java code. और नीचे में RES के अंदर में आपको different layouts मिलते हैं, different r.java फाइल मिलता है. So it is again a very important. और सबसे लास्ट में जो है it is related to build or execute the file. So before starting the project, तुमको सबसे पहला what work you need to do, आपको सबसे पहले you have to go to file and then you have to go to settings. ये आपका फाइल है, इस फाइल के अंदर में हमने सेटिंग पर आया है. इस सेटिंग में हमको if you want to change your say for example आपको डिस्प्ले चेंज करना है, मुझे डार्क नहीं चाहिए, लाइट चाहिए, या और कोई ओरिएंटेशन चेंज करना है, you have to go to the appearance and behavior. Look at this. This is appearance and behavior. You can go to the appearance and behavior, check out the different templates, different type of display, whatever you would like to keep, you can change the appearance and behavior of your Android Studio. But I am not done. I have accepted whatever Android has given to me. The main thing that you need to do is you have to go to plugins. After going to the plugins, you have to search Material Theme UI. Material Theme UI is a plugin that you need to install because this theme will allow you to create the user interface or screens. So इस यहाँ के search box में आप type कर लेना Material Theme UI. Automatically it will come. Install पे you click the install button and it is going to install the Material Theme UI. After installing the Material Theme UI, sometimes it asks that install the Atom Material Theme UI. You can also install that Atom Material Theme UI, but it is only meant to change the icons. So your icon will look more beautiful. But I have not done. You can accept or you can install the Atom Material Theme UI, but it is going to take the more space. So what you need to do, first आपको Android Studio को install करना है, second new project करना है. After doing the new project, you have to give the name to the project and then you have to check the minimum SDK. Minimum SDK करने के बाद हमको क्या करना है, you have to go to File, Setting, Plugin and Material Theme UI. Install it. Now your platform is ready to develop the app. So if you have done this, you will see the two applications. So if you have done this, you can see आपके middle window में there are two tabs. One tab is related to XML, second tab is related to Java. XML में you will see certain base code. ये आपका code automatically create होके आया है because it has given you certain framework. इसके अंदर में ही आपको अब changes करने हैं. और second इसके लिए जो Java file needed है, that Java file is automatically created for you. You only need to plug in certain things to create your app. So we will be working only on the XML file and then Java file. Now, how to run the application? To run the application, you have to press the run button, and after doing the run button, your output will come into the emulator screen. ये पहले हम क्या करेंगे, इसका एक emulator create करेंगे. Emulator is virtual display device. ये हमने we already have discussed. Left hand side में you will see the manifest file, Java file, RES file and Gradle file. यहाँ पे middle window में you will see the XML and Java file. इसके देखो bottom of the screen में you will find the button of run and build like this. These are the bottom screen where we will be using the buttons. Now we come to how to create a emulator. Emulator कैसा create करेंगे हम? Emulator मतलब हमको अब display देखना है अपना हमने क्या बनाया है. तो emulator how to do it? You have to go to tools. यहाँ पे window, यहाँ पे tools पे जाना है हमको. After tools, you have to select the Android and then go to the AVD manager. AVD manager is, it is a virtual device, Android virtual device. After selecting this virtual device, it is giving you the option which virtual device would you like to create. So you can select the virtual device that you would like to create. यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे? Create a new virtual device. Look at this plus option, create a new virtual device. Once you select create a new virtual device, you have to select the phone or you have to select the phone. कौन से phone के लिए बनाना है या फिर इसमें भी you need to Google कि तुमने कौन सा AVD select किया तो उसमें what is the minimum option which is going to run on the different type of phones. So you have to create the virtual device for the different phones and then its model. Go to next. If you go to next, it is again asking you the system image. So you can take the system image like Lollipop. This is the version of Android 5.0 and then you can go ahead with the next. It will take some time to create a virtual device because it takes a lot of space and your virtual device is ready. How do you check your virtual device is ready or not? Look at this position. इस position पे तुमको क्या display होगा? यहाँ पे if you click to this, इसके नीचे में सारे virtual device, you will see the various virtual device. इसमें से जो अभी आपने virtual device create किया है, उसको you need to select that virtual device and then what does this mean? Whenever you will be running this app, whenever you will be running this app, you will see the virtual device like this. You can see the output in the screen like this. तो virtual device says कि आपका मोबाइल का स्क्रीन यहीं क्रिएट हो गया है, यहीं पर हम आउटपुट देखेंगे, that is a virtual device. So till point we have seen कि आपको सबसे पहले फाइल सेटिंग और उसमें सेटिंग के अंदर आपको you have to go to file setting, then you have to go to this plugins. Plugin में जाके आपको material theme UI you need to install. The second thing that you need to done is to create a virtual device. How to create a virtual device? Tool, Android and AVD manager. Follow the steps, select the options and create the virtual device. How will you check your virtual device is created or not? Look at this section. If this section is displaying your device, whatever name you have given, then you are ready. Now we will come to our development. This is your virtual device. आप जब भी इसमें execute करेंगे, you will see the output here. That is your virtual device. So now this screen is useful to you. इस screen में look at this. Left hand side we have seen कि जिसमें आपको यहाँ पे देखो ये जो window है, this window is also very important. In this window you will see the various options like projects or XML file or R file or RES. इस windows में आप कहाँ पे हो? ये जो path you can see to this path. What this path is showing? This path is showing कि आपने कौन-कौन से button press किए हैं. Say for example, this is the name of your app. Unique converter is the name of your app. उसके बाद इसके down button में I have pressed an app button. इसमें different button है, Android button है, app button है, press project button है. So I press the app button. After doing the app button, I have gone to SRC. SRC के बाद फिर मैंने क्या किया है? मैं test पर गई हूँ और फिर मैंने Java code पे. तो this path is showing कि where I am. It is again an important. ये जो part है यहाँ पे हम कहाँ पर हैं? ये V button बहुत important है. This button is very important. अब हमको क्या करना है? You want to design your screen. How will you design your screen? कि आपके सेकंड पार्ट में यू कैन सी, यू विल सी द 2-3 फाइल्स. इस पार्ट में एक आपको यू विल सी द एक्सएमएल फाइल, एक आपको इसमें मिलेगी एक जावा फाइल. तो आपको अगर डिजाइन करना है तो यू हैव टू क्लिक टू द एक्सएमएल. व्हेनेवर यू क्लिक टू द एक्सएमएल, उसको जैसे ही आप क्लिक करेंगे तो आपके यहाँ पर देखो एक्सएमएल को जब आप क्लिक करोगे तो यहाँ पे यू विल सी द 3 बटन्स. ये 3 बटन क्या शो कर रहे हैं? कोड, स्प्लिट एंड डिजाइन. ये कब आएंगे बटन? दे विल कम ओनली व्हेन यू हैव प्रेस द एक्सएमएल. अगर आपने जावा प्रेस किया होगा तो यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू सी दीज बटन. ये बटन्स क्या शो कर रहे हैं कि मुझे इसमें डिजाइन भी कर सकती हूँ मैं, साथ में एक्सएमएल भी देख सकती हूँ, और स्प्लिट मीन डिजाइन एंड एक्सएमएल बोथ आई कैन सी टुगेदर. सो इफ यू कम टू द डिजाइन ऑप्शन, जैसे आपने इसमें डिजाइन को सेलेक्ट किया तो ये क्या करेगा? आपको ये स्क्रीन दे रहा है. इस स्क्रीन में क्या मतलब है? दिस स्क्रीन इज अवेलेबल फॉर टू यू टू डिजाइन. इस स्क्रीन में अब मुझे क्या करना है? डिफरेंट चीजें को पुट करना है. Whenever you are pressing the design, you will see these options, जिसमें it allow you to put the text, buttons, widgets, layouts, contents, helpers, Google और other things. एक एक को जैसे ही आप प्रेस करेंगे टेक्स्ट तो टेक्स्ट के ऑप्शंस आएंगे, इमेज तो इमेज के ऑप्शंस आएंगे. That way you can select the text view और उसको ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप करके यहाँ पे पुट करते जाएंगे. तो पहले हम लेआउट्स में जाके यू कैन सेलेक्ट इट एज अ कंस्ट्रेंट लेआउट. After doing this, you can go to the text. Text पे जाके उसको drag and drop करेंगे, बटन पे drag and drop करेंगे. If you want certain image, drag and drop. तो आप जो भी यहाँ पे drag and drop करेंगे white screen पे, उसका same replica और mirror you will see to the this blue screen. और आपको इससे क्या करना है? स्क्रीन को डिजाइन करते जाना है ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप करके. तो आप जो भी स्क्रीन को डिजाइन करेंगे ऑटोमेटिकली एक्सएमएल कोड में उसका कोड it is going to be generated. इसका जैसे if you press the text button, तो text start, text end, text width, text height, everything is going to be created. You need not to write the XML file again. Drag and drop से automatically the code of XML is going to be created. To check it, you can go to this code. You can go to this code button. You can check, yes, my code is created. So this is a part of XML where you can design your screen. Now, what other part is remaining? Now you have to make it function. How will you make it function? You have to write the Java code. So to write the Java code, you have to go to this Java. Is Java mein you have to select the main activity.java. In the main activity.java, you have to open it from here, and now you can start writing your code. Main activity.java. Now we will be discussing a small app. I have discussed how to design a screen. उस screen पे how to put the various widgets. Automatically XML file is going to be created. Now you have to write the Java code. So first I am going to discuss with you the XML file, whatever I have created, it is going to be created automatically. तो अभी हम ऐप क्या बना रहे हैं? First I will show you the screen. We are going to create a app like unit converter, जिसमें हम इसमें वैल्यू डालेंगे text box में. We will press the button convert to centimeter, and it is going to convert into the, it is going to display like this. This app code I am going to discuss. To create a screen, what do you want? I want to have one text box. This is an editable text box. Editable text box means it allow me to enter my data, and this is another text box which allow me to display my data, and this is a button. So I have 3 views. तो इसका XML फाइल कैसा रहेगा? ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप करूंगी मैं, बट व्हाट इज द फॉर्म ऑफ द XML फाइल? Look at this. The first this Android text is convert to the centimeter. Convert to the centimeter. It is a button. Look at this. It is a button. The text that you are going to put is convert to the centimeter. We have created only ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप करके हमने सिर्फ टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में टाइप कर दिया था. ऑटोमेटिकली दिस कोड इज जनरेटेड. इसका लेआउट, हाइट, विड्थ, दिस हैज बीन क्रिएटेड. व्हाट इज रिलेवेंट टू अस इज इट्स आईडी. व्हाई इट इज रिलेवेंट टू अस? बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू रेफर टू दिस आईडी इनटू द जावा कोड. The next button what I have put is text view, that is centimeter. यहाँ पे मैं press करूंगी, which is a text view. Android text is centimeter. Look at this. The name you have given is centimeter. Android text centimeter, its width, height, automatically it is going to create it. This is the Android ID. You can see that it is a relative layout. Automatically it is created as a relative layout. Now we come to the Java file, which is the heart of your app. In this Java file, this package is going to be created automatically. ये आपका ऐप का नाम है, और जो आपने दिया था न्यू प्रोजेक्ट में यूनिट कन्वर्टर, इट इज गोइंग टू कम हियर. Some of the files are going to be automatically imported. You need not to do, क्योंकि आपने जैसे ही उसमें widgets को place किया, automatically they are going to be imported. And then what you need to do, you have to write your code into the main activity. Main activity, extend app compat activity. ये आपका इसका basic structure is going to be created by your Android Studio. You only need to write your code. क्या करेंगे हम? ओनली इसको ओवरराइट करेंगे हम. ओवरराइट करके हमको क्या करना है? यू हैव टू राइट ऑन क्रिएट. व्हाट इज द ऑन क्रिएट? ऑन क्रिएट इज योर एक्टिविटी का लाइफ साइकिल का एक पार्ट है, जिसमें बटन को जब आपने क्रिएट किया है, ऑन क्रिएट, so on creation of this activity, you have to override certain methods like on create, set contents view or so. They are going to be created by your own. What you need to write is, you have to write the button, the name of this button, you can give the any name, and then you have to use certain variables like edit text, text view. ये variable name आपको use में लेना है. We are using that variable. Why we are using that variable name? इस variable name में हमारे जो IDs बने थे, जैसे बटन का जो ID था, you need to fetch. How can you fetch? You have to fetch it from r.java file. So you have to fetch it from r.id.button. उस बटन का जो ID है वो आपके पास m बटन में आएगा. How to find it? Find view by ID. You have to find your view by ID, r.id.button. तो उसका ID किस में आ जाएगा? m.button. वैसे ही आपका एडिटेबल टेक्स्ट बॉक्स है, जहाँ पे वेयर यू आर एंटरिंग योर नंबर, वो उसका ID आ जाएगा MET में, और जो आपका जहाँ पे डिस्प्ले होना है टेक्स्ट बॉक्स का, उसका ID आएगा आपका MTV में. और ऑन क्लिक में हमको क्या करना है? यू नीड टू ओवरराइट दिस ऑन क्लिक बटन. उस ऑन क्लिक बटन में आपके पास जो एडिटेबल टेक्स्ट में व्हाटएवर टेक्स्ट हैज कम इनटू योर एडिटेबल टेक्स्ट, उसमें जो आपका टेक्स्ट आया, इट इज इन द टेक्स्ट फॉर्म, यू हैव टू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू नंबर. सो इसको पार्ट्स डबल करके हमने क्या किया, उसको नंबर में कन्वर्ट किया है, और उस नंबर पे हम फॉर्मूला लगा के यू कैन कन्वर्ट इट इनटू सेंटीमीटर. एंड व्हाटएवर यू हैव कन्वर्टेड इनटू द सेंटीमीटर, again you need to put it into the text box, and then you can write it into the text box. So it will be changing of color head like this. You can do. यहाँ पे जैसे ही हमने कहा किया था convert to centimeter, ये बटन में है हमारा, तो बटन में ऑन क्लिक जब भी होगा इसमें, तो इट इज गोइंग टू एग्जीक्यूट ऑन क्लिक में. ऑन क्लिक लिसनर में हमने क्या लिखा है, इस बटन को व्यू, इसको लिसनर, इट इज टू लिसन टू दैट बटन. Whenever it has been clicked, you have to do this. So automatically it is going to be converted like this. So in this app also, जैसे आपका messages होता है, different messages display करते हैं, वैसे ही app में भी कि you have pressed this button, you have pressed this button. It has to be written as a toast. It has to be written as toast. We call it as a toast message. तो toast को लिखने के भी various methods हैं, various you can say commands are there. But toast is displaying certain messages while you are working on a project. It is a toast. So we are approximately at the end of the presentation. In this, So Android Studio is a resource hungry program that you need to have a patience, क्योंकि इसमें जब वर्चुअल डिवाइस जब आप बना लेते हो, एमुलेटर जब आप बना लेते हो, तो it is you can say it takes lot of memory and response time become very high, and it need a patience. Sometimes ये जो एंड्रॉइड के जो भी वेरियस एप्स हैं, दे आर प्रोन टू द सिक्योरिटी, दे कैन ब्रिंग द वायरस फॉर योर पीसीज, so you have to be very careful which need to be blocked and which need to be let in. If your computer is slow, you can use your mobile as a emulator. तो आपको अगर मोबाइल को अपना एमुलेटर बनाना है, तो आपको वैसे ही एक तो बिल्ड ऑप्शन को 7 टाइम प्रेस करना है, यू हैव टू पुट ऑन योर यूएसबी डिबगिंग ऑप्शन, और फिर से आपका सिस्टम कैसे कम्युनिकेट करेगा, यू नीड टू गूगल सर्टेन थिंग्स. They are some of the resources. So that is it from my side. If you now I am open for the questions.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
When controls are placed on with the help of drag and drop process, automatically the XML file is designed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Then the parameters value is default one, or we can change it.
We can change. We can change. They are default, but we can change. We can change.
And the
इसमें
word
जब हम चेंज करेंगे ना, तो देखो इसमें whenever we are changing, you have to change the ID value. अगर आपको उसका नाम चेंज करना है, तो आप उसमें ID दोगे. So whatever you are giving the ID, that ID should be same in XML and Java both file. That you need to be careful.
and there are two keywords, super and final. Is the same one as that of a Java? Because super
Yes,
is
they are same. Java is same. Java is same. जिसको Java आती है, उसको they can program the terminology. Java, everything is same.
okay.
Inheritance,
Okay.
overriding, overloading, all the things are same.
Thank you, madam.
Excuse me, madam.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hello. Madam,
Hello, yes.
what are the minimum specification required for the installation of this software?
I think i5 PC चाहिए sir. i3 में नहीं होता.
i3 में नहीं होगा क्या मैडम? At least minimum
नहीं.
required i5.
It is minimum i5. i3 में चाहिए तो फिर आप वर्चुअल डिवाइस ना मोबाइल बनाइए अपना. फिर इसमें आप AVD मत बनाइए. तो फर्स्ट
And how to establish connectivity between mobile and the PC using
सर
Wi-Fi?
इसमें नहीं, वाईफाई तो चलता ही है. एक तो मोबाइल को आपको डेवलपर मोड में लाना है,
हाँ.
और एक सर सिमिलर जैसे सिंक्रोनाइज SYNC ऐसा करके एक ऐप है, जो दोनों में इंस्टॉल करना पड़ता है, तब ये ऐप के थ्रू कम्युनिकेट करता है.
हाँ. अगर ये सारी चीजें नहीं चाहिए, तो एटलीस्ट फिर अपने को i5 प्रोसेसर चाहिए.
हाँ.
ओके मैडम.
ओके.
Hello. Excuse me, madam.
Yes, sir.
There are two questions, madam. How to
Yes.
link two activities? Number one question is how to link two activities.
हाँ.
So the second question is, suppose if I have a text box in one activity, how I can transfer the value from the text box to the next activity?
Sir, I think one screen is one activity, isn't it?
Yes, madam.
We have learned only to handle only with the one activity.
Okay. How to transfer? Like
Yes.
linking. If I have two activities, how can I link that two activities?
Sir, I cannot answer this.
Okay, madam.
I don't. Because
Okay, thank you.
I too cannot went into too much details.
Okay, madam. Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, in order to transfer data from one activity to another, we need to use intent. Intent will help us in doing that.
Yes. Intent. Right. Intent.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, this is peer group learning also taken place. एनी मोर क्वेश्चन ऑडियंस? किसी को और कुछ पूछना है? I think in between also they asked many questions, so their
Yes,
doubts
yes.
are cleared. Yes, it is a discussion sort of thing. So I think, ma'am, there are no questions. So thank you so much, ma'am, for delivering such a nice talk on Android application development. And Monday we will meet again, madam, for our another session on robotics.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And I hope it will also be very interactive and interesting session.
Yes, ma'am.
I am
Actually,
planning
yes.
to, yes. So I am planning to discuss the eYantra, the lab that we had in our campus,
Yeah.
and the coding of that eYantra lab I am going to discuss, and I will be giving you the resources. How can they set up the eYantra lab at their institute as well?
Yes, great, ma'am. So friends, if you have any query, you can discuss. Otherwise, we will stop for the day today. So on behalf of all the participants, I again extend my thanks to you, madam, for accepting our invitation and delivering a nice talk, ma'am. Thank you.
प्रीति मैडम, या मैडमचा प्रेझेंटेशन मिळेल का ग्रुपमध्ये?
Yes, मैडम मुझे शेयर
दे
करेंगे?
देती हूँ।
Yes, yes.
हाँ,
Okay,
मैं दे
okay,
देती हूँ,
thank
अभी
you,
लगती है, मैं आपको व्हाट्सएप कर देती हूँ मैं।
जी मैम जी, मैं भेज
हाँ,
दूंगी
ठीक है।
पार्टिसिपेंट्स को.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
thank you, madam. Madam, Monday 11 o'clock session will be there.
11 o'clock. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
11 to 12:30.
Okay.
Yes.
ठीक है।
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you
Thank
all the
you.
participants.
Thank you. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all the participants. This is for
yes,
our
ma'am.
Yes, and this is for our today's sessions. Now we will stop here. कल संडे है. Tomorrow will be holiday. आज आपके लिए 2 quizzes है on these 2 topics of today's live sessions and 1 report submission. Tomorrow in the morning, I will open from day 1. If somebody missed any quiz or any assignment, they can complete their quizzes and assignment tomorrow. तो कल के दिन I will open from day 1, मंडे से लेके आज तक जितनी भी चीज़ें हुई है वो मैं कल Moodle साइट में ओपन रखूँगी. जिसका जो भी टास्क कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ होगा वो कल कंप्लीट कर लीजिए. ओके, वी विल मीट ऑन मंडे मॉर्निंग एट 7 AM फॉर आवर योगा सेशन. मंडे से दूसरे योगा टीचर आएंगे. शी इज़ फ्रॉम पुणे. वो आप लोगों को 4 दिन योगा सेशंस कराएंगे. सो आई होप यू आर एंजॉइंग. वी हैव फिनिश्ड विथ 1 वीक. आपका एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा होगा. आई होप आप लोग एंजॉय कर रहे हैं.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So happy weekend. We will meet on Monday and complete your task. Yes.
Monday 7 o'clock, ma'am.
Yes. Monday morning 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.